News Reporter Horror Story. This story is about a girl named Rachel who worked as a reporter. Her job was to travel to various places and collect the unknown stories for her newspaper. She always had her phone at her disposal so that whenever she came across an incident that is newsworthy, she could capture it immediately. One day, Rachel was returning home late at night. She had switched on the flashlight on her phone. That night, the winds were strong, and in the silence of the night, one could clearly hear the blowing wind. It seemed as if a storm was about to hit. Suddenly, Rachel felt as if someone called her name from behind. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. Rachel turned back and saw a scary, dark shadow which stood there in silence. Rachel's phone dropped from her hand out of fear. When she picked up her phone and once again turned on the flashlight, she couldn't see anyone there. She thought she was just imagining stuff. She once again started her walk back home. Again, after some time, someone called her name. This time, she thought she'll record it all on her phone. She turned on the phone's camera and tried to figure out who it really was, but nothing appeared on the screen. She gathered some courage and turned back, but still there was no one. But then suddenly, that dark shadow appeared right in front of her. Rachel understood that this shadow was certainly not of any human nature, but was a wandering spirit. The spirit pointed towards a particular place, as if it asked Rachel to go in that direction. Rachel, out of fear, started walking in the direction where the spirit had pointed. The spirit took Rachel to an old, ruined palace and then disappeared. Rachel saw a few people there while she was still recording everything on her phone. She couldn't see anything properly from that distance, so she zoomed in her camera. She captured those people's faces in her camera. She saw that those people were digging something with shovels, as if they were going to bury something. She got a feeling that something was not right about it. She recorded as much as she could, and then she got really scared and ran away from the place. The next day, she showed that video to her colleagues at her newspaper's office. They informed the police and then went to that place where Rachel saw all of that happening. When they dug that spot up, they found a girl's dead body in there. The dead body suggested that the girl was recently killed. The police quickly called a team for a post-mortem and sent that body for identification and to find the cause of death. After identifying the body, they got to know that the girl was the daughter of one of the richest men in the city. She was married to a man 2 years ago. On further investigation, they found out that her father had given all his property to the girl, and that's why her husband planned to kill her and her father so that he could become the sole owner of the entire property. The police arrested the girl's husband, and he was convicted. Everyone praised Rachel for her daring job. And that's when Rachel once again saw the fading shadow. It was as if the face in the shadow was smiling while looking at Rachel. She thought that this spirit was of the same girl who was murdered. Since that day, Rachel has never come across the spirit again. Guys, if you like this story, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Bloody Monday.